Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Power Glide, the main G1 guy from the newest Deluxe Wave, and, he's good, I guess. Out of the three I got from that wave, honestly, this wave's one of those weird ones that I kind of want all of the Deluxes, and I have no idea why. I just really like Cliffjumper and Ratchet's designs. It's just something. But this Power Glide here is probably the worst one so far, and based on the other molds, I think he might be the worst one in my opinion of the wave. Again, my opinion, I think he's fine, but he's not as good as Swerve's the best one. I really like Smokescreen, and I do have the base molds for the other two, and I'd say I kind of prefer that Chase mold and that Hoist / Trailbreaker mold to this one. This one just has some slight issues that make a little... So let's just get into it. Power Glide here is pretty nice. I mean, as far as it goes, it's kind of hard to screw him up. He is a pretty basic design. He's just a red guy. You gotta get the wings going up the side of the chest, and that's really it. And then the main, front end of the aircraft being his head. It's an easy design. It really is. Overall, I mean, it is good. His arms are very gray. They got a little bit of red on the forearm down there. The legs look pretty nice with the thrusters. His feet are a little weird because they're hollow. They have a giant hole through them because they're panel feet. That's what they are. He does have a bit of paint on his crotch, which is interesting. Just a little bit of dark blue. I think that's the only area that dark blue even surfaces, is right there, weirdly enough. The chest is very flat and non-detailed. The only kind of breakup here for the line work is because of a gimmick, really. That's it. His face, I'm also not a big fan of. It is Power Glide, but I don't like the mouth plate design. I just am not a fan of it. I'd rather it be a little more smoothed over than how they did it, which is, it has these kind of smooth bits on the side, and then it kind of has this other part in the middle, and I'm not a big fan of the part in the middle, honestly. It's just whatever. It is possibly G1 accurate here, but honestly, I'm going to say it. I really like the design of the Combiner Wars one way more than this guy. I'm not going to lie. From robot mode, I like that one more. This one is fine. It's not bad, but it's just not as good looking as the Combiner Wars one in robot mode. The back is clean. There's no issues. He's not hollow at all, other than the gaps on the back of the arms for where the hands fold in. That's it. That's really it for that. He does have a couple small gimmicks, one of which is the heart gimmick, which is one he usually has. I think the Combiner Wars one didn't have it, but I remember the leader class from, years and years ago had it. See, it's this nice little heart in here, which is outlined. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but there is a bunch of little pink dots around it, which is nice. Very well detailed in there. Also 3 screws in there. Good way to hide the screws, honestly, for the chest, so they're not exposed. I do like that. It's a nice gimmick, and it's something that he did in the show. The other thing he comes with is this mask, which I'm unsure of what this is for. I didn't look into it, really, but it's a mask, and to get it to work, you have to pull up on that little circular bit up there, which I believe is just the gun for the alt mode, and the faceplate just pegs on like that, and he gets this goofy-looking mask. It's really goofy looking. I mean, it's not really going to hurt anything that it's here. It's just kind of a weird one, honestly. It's a weird little, accessory to include. Not the worst, though, and if you want to have them stored together, you can peg it on the gun. In my opinion, I just throw it in my accessory bin. That's where it goes, and that's where it's going to go for the rest of the review. It's a very mid accessory and doesn't do much as far as it goes. Let's get to the articulation here, which is pretty alright. He does have a rotatable head, and we will show that. It kind of tabs in for the alt mode sake because it is the front end of the plane mode. It's the nose cone, which is nice forward and back, but the shoulders are really tight, and I don't like how tight they are. The arms are just tight in general. The elbow has a good bend here. It doesn't feel too weird, but if you put it too far up, it gets stuck and will often pop the mushroom joint, which honestly I think will lead to some breakages, because when you do it, you can't move the arm back down because you don't have enough leverage. There's not enough to move with it. So you have to like force it back in, and it's not a good thing to do, honestly, and I really feel like the figure's going to break. I've had it happen multiple times. The left arm's a lot more loose than his right arm is, though. Like, as you can see, the right arm here does not want to move. Like, it's just kind of really tight. The tolerances are all over the place with them. Does have a waist, does have forward and back, outward, swivel at the thigh. Does have a knee, which again is kind of tight, but not the worst. It is actually ratcheted. And he does have a foot swivel and an inward tilt, but not really a good inward tilt. Only that much. It's a bit, eh. But that is his robot mode, which is perfectly well and good. It is blatantly Power Glide, but I don't like it as much as the original. I also didn't show his gun, did I? There's his gun. Seems a little too big for him, honestly. But that's that. So let's get into the transformation here, which honestly isn't really that hard. So to start it out, we're just going to come to the feet, and we're going to flip them out. And I'm going to take these bits here and fold them like so. Fold the feet around like that, and then take the kind of parts that fold out to be the toe and fold them in like so. From there, take the legs, peg them together, you're done. That's literally it. For the arms, you're going to simply take them and do that. You're going to rotate them like so. Take the fists, fold them in like that. So you have to make sure that that red bit is on the top. Once you got that there, it will then peg in to the wing. Now it does kind of clip into place just a tad. Pretty noticeable. As far as it goes, with the back panel, you just quite literally unpeg it like so. And then once unpegged, you then have to go through the effort of getting it to go into place, which sometimes takes a lot because you have to get all those little tabs in place there. Sometimes I don't want to go. After that, push the head in, make sure it's secure. And here we have his A10 mode, which is not really great either. Oh, I forgot to pull out the... Actually, I also forgot to flip his face around. Pretty vital step, honestly. There we go. That is his A10 form, and I mean, it's not the best, honestly. I'm not a big fan of it. Again, the Combiner Wars one, I like that alt mode more, but this one's a lot more solid. That Combiner Wars one had a real issue where the lags wouldn't, like, stay together, so it kind of, like, did that the whole time. Like, it always had that little droop to it. This one obviously doesn't do that, but, I mean, overall, it's not a horrible alt form. I'm just not really big on it. If you turn it upside down, that's where the whole thing... This is a Power Glide issue constantly, though. It's not just this guy. All of them really do it. Actually, except that leader class one I mentioned earlier. That one didn't. That thing actually transforms really well. This one, yeah, I mean, he's just laying down blatantly. It's not great when you look at the bottom of the thing, but, you know, it is what it is. I do like how they kind of did the Autobot rub sign here, though. I think that's a cool little Easter egg. He also does have the badges on the wings, of course, but I love that little Easter egg. I think that's a great Easter egg to the old heat rub symbols. That's really good. If you want to peg his gun in, you can put it on the top, or you can peg it on the wings, one or the other. And that mask, again, can go on the face part if you want, or the gun. So, a couple places there. But, I mean, as far as it goes for this alt form, it's alright. Not the greatest. It's whatever. But, let's just get to my final thoughts, because there's not really much more to say. As far as it goes with Power Glide, I think he's okay. Again, out of the bunch, I think he's probably the worst out of the wave, and weirdly enough, I think other than Smokescreen, he's the only, like, fully new mold. The rest of the wave is a repaint, 2 retools, and then this guy and Smokescreen. And Smokescreen, in my opinion, is way better. I have way more fun with him. The tolerances on this guy really are shooting him in the foot, in my opinion. Also, for the transformation, you kind of need the gun. The hands don't want to move. They really don't want to come out. There's no real good place to grip them, so I always end up just using the gun as a tool, which is kind of interesting. As far as it goes, other than that, though, Like, he's good-ish. I mean, he's gonna be Power Glide. They're not gonna make another Power Glide for a bit, I don't think. Again, I feel like with the G1 figures, we've kind of hit the wall, and I feel like they just have to stop for a lot of them. Like, unless they're really bad in the case of the Seekers, just, you know, they're not going to touch some of them again. They're not going to do it. They're going to leave them for a couple years. At least I hope they are, because we're at the point now where they're reissuing everything, and there's a reason for that, because they've genuinely hit the wall on most of the G1 toys. The only ones that I could see getting a remake is, like, Blitzwing, but we're already getting a new Blitzwing, and it's just a repaint of the other one, so I guess not. But, I mean, this one's fine. Honestly, he's getting a solid 3 out of 5. Like, he's just in the middle. He really is. He's nothing special. He's not great. He's a tiny little bot, and honestly, in the overall mini-bot rankings, he was the last one, if I'm not mistaken, for mold-wise that we needed. Otherwise, I think we're just missing Tailgate, and is that it? Are we just missing Tailgate now? I'm thinking about it. I think it is legitimately just Tailgate, because we have, I think, all the other repaints where there was Outback, Swerve, Pipes was in Kingdom, so I think all of the repaints are done other than Tailgate, and he's already in the leaks, so we will be getting him shortly, so it is what it is, but I think he's just fine. Genuinely, I mean, if you want him for your G1 shelf, you're going to get him. That's the thing. You're going to get him. You're most likely going to get him, but he's not going to be, like, an extravagant figure. If you like Power Glide, get him. If you're just kind of collecting random bots, honestly, if you had the choice to get one out of this wave, don't pick him. Don't pick him. If you have the choice to get one, I'm honestly going with Swerve. Swerve is 10 times better. Swerve is a great figure. That thing is awesome. This guy is just not it, honestly. He's just kind of there. But that's really it for this review. This has been my review of Transformers Age of the Primes Power Glide. It's been Elite signing out.